Member for Lincoln.
Mr. Speaker, as a result of the Auditor General's work this week, for the first time the public became aware when the Auditor General said that in 2009 the Health Minister and the Atcon 6 violated a provincial law, which resulted in weakening security of $33 million of the $70 million loss to the people of New Brunswick. Kim McPherson stated that the provincial law was violated when the Minister and the Atcon 6 released the province's security over loan guarantees to the Atcon group of companies. Regulation 82-197 says that the government and the ministers can only change this security if it is not a substantial change. Also in new information, we learned this week that the Auditor General and the Gallant government have been in a dispute regarding this decision. The Gallant Liberals are now repealing this very law that the Auditor General says the Minister and Atcon 6 violated. Today there's royal assent. Every Liberal MLA will have blood on their hands when they let this act go through. Premier, won't you come clean and admit you are repealing the law in hopes the scandal goes away and it goes against the recommendations of the Auditor General? The new information this week is that for the first time the public became aware that the Health Minister and the Atcon 6 violated a provincial law which resulted in even further loss of $33 million out of the $70 million. Also that became new this week was that the Auditor General and the Gallant government have been in a dispute over this fact in the months since before the Auditor General's report this week. They've been in a dispute, and now this Gallant Liberals are repealing this very law that the Auditor General says the Minister and Atcon 6 violated. And not only that, they've introduced the repeal of this law while they knew this dispute with the Auditor General was happening. But no one else knew. The public didn't know. We didn't know. And so doesn't that lead you to question and certainly see that this is part of every Liberal MLA now, including the Premier, are part of this cover-up?
That's right.
Won't you come clean? Premier, don't you agree it should be against the law to break the law?
Yeah. That's right. The Honourable the Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I believe the member opposite was talking to you. Mr. Speaker, I don't think it's funny, however. I really don't think it's funny. And I know that the member opposites are trying to throw this around and try to make sure that people keep talking about it, try to attach it to as many people as possible, Mr. Speaker. I get the politics of it. I get why they're doing that. And we will not, Mr. Speaker, shy away from this situation. That's why I've gotten up in the legislature to answer their questions for the last few days. Mr. Speaker, we will not try to defend this situation either. We understand it's a mistake. We understand that New Brunswickers are frustrated with it. We are as well, Mr. Speaker, as I'm sure the opposition and everybody across the province is. What we're going to do, however, is we're going to learn from these mistakes, learn from the mistakes of past governments, including governments in which members of the opposition sat in as well, and ensure that we change the way we develop our economy, that we have more accountability and better results. To accomplish that, we will be working with the Auditor General to implement her recommendations and get real results and accountability when it comes to job creation.